of 9 celebrities in pursuit of a hot time.
Everybody get up! It's the Hollywood Squares!
From the bank robbery capital of the world, it's Crime Fighters Week on Hollywood Squares, starring Adam 12, Martin Milner, and Kent McCord. I Spies, Robert Culp. Barney Miller himself, Linden. Charlie's Angels, Kate Jackson. Maddox, Mike Connors. From Chips, Erik Estrada. Raymond Sergeant Judy, Sherri Shepherd. McCloud, Dennis Weaver. And this week's Center Square, Brad Garrett. And your host, Tom Bergeron.
Thank you, John Machida. Welcome to Hollywood Squares Crime Fighters Week with our center square, our buddy Brad Garrett, Sergeant Robert Barone from Everybody Loves Raymond, along with some of your favorite TV crime fighters. All of our contestants this week are real-life crime fighters, and also Hollywood Squares is proud to make a donation to the Police Athletic League of America this week. Let's meet our players in the circle position. Tamu Usher. Welcome, Tamu. Good to have you here. And Mr. X, John Kilgan. Hey, John, how are you? We're going to meet our contestants more formally in a moment, but first, let's get right into the game. The first tic-tac-toe game's worth $1,000. Be on the lookout for bluffs, guys. They are designed to trip you up. Who won the coin toss backstage?
I did.
All right, Tamu, you start.
I like Brad Garrett.
Brad Garrett, Emmy winner. Brad Garrett. Brad, because of films they've made, Harrison Ford and Brad Pitt are both barred from going where?
The Academy Awards. And it's just, you know, I think they should let everybody in. It doesn't. Harrison Ford and Brad Pitt. You know, I'm going to say they're barred from Japan because they're very uppity about, you know, doing a movie in your socks or whatever. They have a whole thing about it.
Japan.
I disagree.
Banned from going to Tibet. Circle gets that square. John?
Kate Jackson.
Kate Jackson appears in the new movie No Regrets, currently in production. You know, all week Kate's giving us, because you're working on heart-healthy tips. You have one for today?
Yeah, I'm working with the American Heart Association and Healthy Fridge. And here is another tip.
All right.
Exercise. And also make simple substitutions in your diet and go to healthyfridge.org to learn more.
All right, very good. In the 1978 film The Wiz, who played the Scarecrow searching for a brain?
Now, I don't remember the whole cast. I know that Diana Ross was in The Wiz, and so was Michael Jackson. And I don't think Diana Ross played the Scarecrow, so I have to go with the only other cast member I know, and I'll say Michael Jackson.
I agree.
That's right, Michael Jackson, yeah. X gets the square. You can do your own punchline at home, too, if you want. Tamu.
I like Dennis Weaver.
Dennis Weaver from McCloud. His voice is in the new Disney animated feature Home on the Range. Dennis, what one word is the state motto of Texas?
Well, since George W. Bush has become president, it is nuclear.
Here, here.
Yeah.
Here, here.
No. Of course, I'm just joking there. Actually, what is it? The word is very important to all Texans is loyalty.
I disagree.
Friendship. Friendship. Circle. Gets the square. John.
I'll take Mike Connors for the block.
Mike Connors, Detective Joe Maddox from Maddox. All right, Mike, you're being read your Miranda rights by the cops. Who was Miranda, or originally, a criminal, a judge, or a police officer?
I would say it's Miranda. He was a cop.
All right.
I disagree.
A criminal. Ernesto Miranda had a retrial because he wasn't informed of his rights. X gets a block. Tamu.
Martin Milner and Kent McCord.
All right, might have gone to Robert Culp for the block. We'll see how this works. By the way, we should mention, Martin, you have a radio show in its 11th season. That's in L.A. here?
No, it's in San Diego, but you hear it in L.A. You hear it all over Southern
Wonderful.
California.
Let's Talk Hookup, AM 1090. It's in its 11th season.
Right.
All right, you guys, which of these was not on the list of investigations by the U.S. Defense Department? Operation Bad Gas, Project Back Orifice, or Operation Leaky Pipe? Not on the list of investigations by the U.S. Defense Department.
Well, it's a toss-up between leaky pipe and bad gas. I'll take bad gas.
Operation Bad Gas.
I disagree.
Operation Leaky Pipe. Circle gets the square there. All right, John.
I'll take Robert Culp for the win.
For the win and $1,000. Not only Kelly Robinson on I Spy, but Bill Maxwell on The Greatest American Hero as well. Robert, according to fashion experts, if it's the hottest day of summer, is it okay to forego the stockings and go bare-legged to a job interview?
Oh, sure. Well, I still wear the garter belt. No, that's still an absolute no-no.
I'll agree.
It's an absolute no-no. X gets the square and the win for $1,000. When we come back, $1,000 Secret Square game as Crime Fighters Week continues. Stay right there.
Promotional consideration furnished by the following.
We're going to get into a Secret Square game in a moment. First, let's give our crime-fighting contestants a chance to say hello to you. Tamu Usher, tell us about yourself.
I'm a deputy DA for the County of Los Angeles. My husband Adelifu and I have a 2-year-old daughter named Nia, and I enjoy participating in the Revlon Run Walk for breast cancer.
All right, good to have you here, Tamu. And John Kilgen, tell us about yourself.
I'm a sergeant in the New York City Police Department, currently assigned to a disorder control unit. I have a wife and 4 beautiful children, Adrian, Jack, Michael, and Amy.
All right, very good. Well, if you deal in disorder control, you're ideally suited to be with us. Next game is a $1,000 game. It has a secret square. Let's find out what's in the secret square stash. John?
Crime doesn't pay, but the slots sure do. It's a trip to Las Vegas. You and a guest will enjoy deluxe accommodations in the heart of the Vegas Strip, courtesy of Vegas.com. For Vegas rooms, shows, and more, visit Vegas.com. It's who you know.
Okay, let's find out who's in the secret square. Now you know. John, you won the first game, so you start.
I'll take Kate Jackson.
Kate Jackson. All right, here we go, Kate.
Open right up.
Kate, what do you play with whose name comes from a Philippine phrase meaning come back?
A boomerang.
Okay.
I'll disagree.
A yo-yo.
Oh,
X
well.
gets the square. Tamu.
Martin Milner and Kent McCord.
All right, from Adam 12. Okay, guys. While they were crime fighting, what did Starsky and Hutch use Huggy Bear for?
Actually, Huggy Bear was their snitch.
I agree.
Yes, he was. He was their snitch. Yeah, their informant. All right, Circle gets it. John?
I'll take Mike Connors.
Mike Connors, Mannix himself. All right, Mike. Although it seems obvious, Woman's World reminds us that this is the first thing to do in any emergency. What?
I would say first thing you should do is scream and yell and holler for help.
I'll disagree.
Yeah, shout for help. People they forget that, people do, but that's what they suggest. Yeah, Circle gets that one. All right, Tamu.
I'd like Robert Culp.
All right, Robert Culp here. It took 19 James Bond movies before James finally did something to a woman, and he did it in The World Is Not Enough. What did he do?
He said, I love you.
I disagree.
He shot her. He shot her. Circle gets the square. John?
I'll take Hal Linden for the block.
Hal Linden, Captain Barney Miller for the block, appearing in Halperin and Johnson at the Coconut Grove Playhouse throughout March in Miami. Hal, George W. Bush, King Hussein, and Margaret Thatcher all have something unusual in common when it comes to their offspring. What is it?
They've all been fingerprinted. Their high school graduation photos were like this and like this. Actually, they were all quite old when they had their children, over the age of 40.
I'll disagree.
No, they have twins. All of them had twins. So X gets a block there. Camus.
Brad Garrett for the block.
Secret Square, Brad Garrett for the block and the trip to Las Vegas.
Oh, my
All right, let me go to the secret.
I'm going to Las Vegas with Tamu?
Well, that's up to her.
Oh.
Purely up to her.
Okay.
But here's a little visual help from the Hollywood Squares yearbook. This young man grew up to be an Emmy-winning TV crime fighter. Is he Michael Chiklis, Peter Falk, or Dennis Franz?
Well, it's not Chiklis, because obviously he's got hair. So I'm going to say Falk, Peter Falk.
For the trip to Vegas and the block.
I agree.
Peter Falk, that's right, yes. Circle gets the square. We get a break. We'll be right back with more right after this. Stick around.
Promotional consideration furnished by the following.
Our second $1,000 game is underway. I already have found out who the secret square is. John, your turn.
I'll take Erik Estrada for the block.
For the block from Chips. Sharing as himself on the Surreal Life 2 on the WB. Erik, what's the main thing a turtle can do that a tortoise can't?
Give car wax endorsements. Actually, live like past 150 years.
I'll disagree.
Live in water. Tortoises live primarily on land. Turtles can go either way. X gets a block there. Camus.
I'd like Sherri Shepherd for the win.
All right, for the win, Sherri Shepherd. Sergeant Judy Potter on Everybody Loves Raymond for a tie game. The shampoo bottles instruct you to lather, rinse, and then repeat. Is this really necessary?
Only if you don't want the shampoo police all up in your business. Yeah, true.
I disagree.
No. One shampooing is enough to clean hair. Don't fall for that. Circle gets it. All right. Tiebreaker game worth $2,000. And Tamu, you get to start.
Like Brad Garrett.
All right, Brad, here we go. You have a flushed face, sweaty palms, racing heart, fast breathing, and slight tingling in the hands and feet. What does Dr. Joyce Brothers say they're symptoms of?
You had the shrimp appetizers at a mobile station. Which I highly recommend. They're marvelous. It sounds like an anxiety attack.
I agree.
You're in love. You're in love, according to Dr. Joyce Brothers. X gets that one. John, break for you.
I'll take Kate Jackson, please.
Kate Jackson. All right, here we go, Kate. The Safe Food Institute says that this hidden germ factory is the single most overlooked item in the kitchen when it comes to cleaning. What is it?
I'm going to say that little sponge could get awfully gnarly if you clean the countertops and the dishes.
Okay.
And
I'll disagree.
No, it is. The sponge or the cloth used to wipe those surfaces. Yep. People forget about cleaning that. Circle gets it. Camus.
I'd like Hal Linden.
Hal Linden. All right, here we go, Hal. The Sphinx is half woman, half lion. What do you call it when someone is half woman, half vulture?
Roseanne Barr. A gargoyle.
I disagree.
A harpy or a siren. A harpy. Yeah, so Circle gets that one. John?
I'll take Dennis Weaver.
Dennis Weaver. All right. Dennis, what TV character is known for wearing badge 714?
714?
Yep.
You know, before Gunsmoke, I was on this show. I had a recurring part, so it's Joe Friday on Dragnet.
I'll agree.
Joe Friday on Dragnet. Yeah, X gets the square. Camus.
Mike Connors for the block.
All right, Mike. As reported by the National Association for Continents, what do people do more of in the bathroom? Talk on the telephone, engage in deep thought, or have sex?
None of those, really, at least not in my bathroom. They all three sound interesting. I'd say talk on the telephone.
I disagree.
47% engage in deep thought, or so they call it anyway. Circle gets the block. All right, let's look at where we are. We're out of time. You each won a game, but John, you have 2 squares. That'll add $1,000 to your total. You'll have $2,000, and our thanks for being here. But Tamu, by virtue of an extra square, you're $2,500. You're our champion. Congratulations. Ready to play the bonus round when we come back? All right, we'll do that for a brand new Jeep right after this. Stick around. Here, Tamu Usher. Time to play the bonus game. Up to now, we found out a bit about what the stars know. Tamu, here's where we find out how much you know about them. Over here, we have 9 keys, but only one of them will start what, John?
It's the new Jeep Wrangler Sport. Take the top off and make life a little more adventurous by becoming one with the elements. The Jeep Wrangler Sport from Resnack, Pasadena.
All right, you pick a square. I read a statement about that star. If you agree or disagree correctly, you've won the square. At the end of 30 seconds for every square you've won, we take away a bad key. 30 seconds on the clock. It starts ticking when you pick your first star.
K.
Had to turn down the Meryl Streep role in Kramer versus Kramer.
Agree.
Right, next.
Erik.
Was named an honorary highway patrol officer in California.
Agree.
Wrong, next.
Sherri.
Spent 5 years as a funny legal secretary.
Agree.
Right, next.
Mike.
Was in the biblical epic The 10 Commandments.
Disagree.
Wrong, next.
Brad.
Gave up a basketball scholarship to pursue acting.
Agree.
Wrong, next.
Dennis.
Placed 6th in the 1948 Olympic trials in the decathlon.
Agree.
Right, next.
Robert.
And Bill Cosby marched together in Memphis in memory of Martin Luther King.
Agree.
Right, next.
Martin
encouraged Clint Eastwood to go into acting. All right, out of time. Let's go count some keys here. What do we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4 correct answers to move. Let's take away 4 of the bad keys. All right. Good luck.
This one's talking to me.
It's talking to you. All right. Good enough. What did it say? Specifically, what did it say?
It said this is the winner.
It said this is the winner. All right. Total of $27,355 in cash and Jeep. Congratulations. She can talk to keys. Tomorrow we'll have 2 new crime-fighting contestants. I want to thank Brad Garrett and all of our crime-fighting stars. I'm Tom Bergeron. Join us tomorrow on Hollywood Squares. Bye-bye. Stay right there in your new Jeep there.
Okay,
Enjoy
thank
it.
you.
The program you have just seen was funny. The names were changed to protect the guilty. Mama was convicted of assault with a deadly handbag. She was also found guilty of pandering shamelessly to the people in the cheap seats. She is currently serving what seems like a lifetime sentence in the converted garage of her half-cousin, Leroy. Frankie Muniz was arrested for grand theft auto after stealing a clown car. After the eyewitnesses failed to pick out Frankie in the middle, the charges were reduced from malicious shenanigans to tomfoolery. Kathy Griffin was found guilty of breaking and entering an A-list Hollywood party that was outside the bounds of her league. She is currently serving 13 weeks cleaning Stephen Baldwin's hot tub, with a possible pickup of another 9 weeks for bad behavior. Promotional consideration furnished by the following.